Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. As you can see, I have my notebook out because I have all of my talking points ready to go. Today's video is going to be all about this camera, this handy dandy camera. This is the Kodak pixpro FZ45, okay? This is a digital camera, and literally everybody and their mama has been talking about this camera. Let this video be a sign for you to go buy a digital camera right now.
This past year, everybody and their mama has been taking this picture. And if I do not get a photo like this summer, I am going to shoot somebody.
I talked about this camera on Twitter. I have never done numbers like this in my life. I'm a ride or die user of the Kodak pixpro FZ45. It's super budget friendly and it gives you that Canon G7X look.
This is the only thing I've ever bought from TikTok, and I love it.
I have been in the market for a digital point and shoot camera for a while. And so in my head, I was like, if this camera is even just a percentage of what everyone is saying, this can be my ideal camera as well. So anyway, I wanted to review this camera for you guys just in case you were like me wondering about this camera. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of my wants from a digital camera. I was wanting a digital camera for two main reasons. One being I wanted a different way to store my photos than on my phone because I wanted to kind of reduce the storage on my phone and on my laptop. And two, I wanted a point and shoot camera to kind of not only add to my videos, my vlogs, my talking head videos, my Instagram feed, all these things. And I wanted my photos to have more of an aesthetic, kind of like early 2000s color grade and look to them, which is why I was interested in digital cameras anyway. So I kind of just wanted to take photos that had a different texture than the photos on my phone. So let's get into some of the likes that I have for this camera. So like I said before, the thing that I really like the most about this camera is that it gives my photos that 2000s look. I really like the oversaturation of the photos. I know it's not for everyone, but I feel like that oversaturation is literally like one of like the keystones of like 2000s, early 2000s photos. Or even like the lack thereof of saturation, if that makes sense. And so I really like that. Another thing that I like is how compact it is. Like I've spoke about this before. This is like a good personal daily camera. This is a camera that I probably always have on me, just to, be able to get different interesting shots. And I think it is a perfect place to store photos and B-roll footage as well. So yeah, I mean, this is just like your typical point and shoot camera. And that's another thing that I like about it is that you don't really have to do a whole lot of things in the settings. There's not really a learning curve to this camera at all. It's just you take it out, you point and you shoot, and you're able to go about your day. So this is what the front of the camera looks like. This is the sides. This is the back, and so this is not touchscreen. You just have to use the buttons here, and this is what the top looks like as well. So I'm gonna turn it on for you guys so you can like hear the sounds. Yeah, so it does make a little sound when it comes on, and this is what it looks like. So yeah, so those are my likes about the camera. So I just want to go through some key takeaways, things to keep in mind. So this camera does use AA batteries. This can be a pro or a con, but just something to be mindful of. Another thing is that it uses a normal SD card, not a micro SD card, which a lot of like the action cameras typically do, and it gives you that point and shoot experience. This camera, in my opinion, does the best in good lighting, good natural lighting at that. Where like the shadows and the overexposure is not too bad as well. And yeah, and this camera is budget friendly. I think I bought this camera just at $96. I did buy it used. So it was $96. And that is all I paid for the camera, including shipping and everything like that. Now, it does tell you when you are using the AA batteries to use high quality batteries as well, and not to be like mixing brands, to ensure that the battery life is as long as possible. So it has a 16 MP sensor, 4x optical zoom, 27 millimeter wide angle lens. It shoots in 1080 for video, full HD video, and has a 2.7-inch LCD screen. For this camera, I wasn't too concerned about more of the techie stuff, because literally this camera, like I said before, is just for photos and like b-roll footage, and just so I can get creative. But I understand that if you're watching this review, this is stuff you probably want to know. So I wanted to include it straight from the Kodak site so that you guys have more of an idea about the specs related to this camera. So first things first, so this is all the information about the lens of the camera itself. So you have like the focal length, the f number, the lens construction, and the optimal zoom, and also the focus range. Now, what's interesting about this camera is I'm just so used to like kind of like touch screen, or like the physical action of like taking the lens and like kind of cranking it so it like zooms in. But with this camera, there's actually a button on the back of it, and you press it, and so it goes up to 4 times zoom. So you can press it as many times as you want to zoom in or to zoom out. So I found that really interesting, because like this camera is not touchscreen. It does say that it has digital image stabilization, but if it does, in my opinion, it's not that good, because I have used it like to kind of like just for fun to kind of shoot moving images, and it did not come out that good. It was very shaky. But again, if you're taking like selfies and photos and stuff like that, that stuff is not really necessary because you're shooting a still image. So you know, and this tells you a little bit about the number of recording pixels. So it does shoot in 1080 for photos and stuff like that, 1080p. And this is all the information for like a still image right there. The compression of the image to me is pretty standard, is pretty normal, so I don't really worry too much about like it losing quality in the compression, because to me it looks very similar to like what it is on the camera. So these are all the shooting modes as well. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the face beautifier. So the face beautifier is something that is used for like photos and stuff like that. And basically what it'll do is like smooth your skin. It does this really interesting thing on the presets where it'll actually like make your eyes look larger, make your eyes look larger, smooth your skin, that sort of thing. And it was crazy because I was taking a selfie and I was just like playing around with it, and like my eyes got like so much bigger, and I was kind of like freaked out. It kind of looks like googly eyes, which I think is really interesting. These are some of the detection features right here as well. And like I said, it does have that photo touch up, so you can like soften your skin. It does eye brightening and eye enlargement, which is really, really interesting. It does have HDR. I turned on my HDR immediately because I love cameras that have HDR. It just makes for like a more high definition photo. And this is the LCD display. It's 2.7. So you guys get an idea of like the size of it. And these are all the autofocus methods that it has on the camera as well. I can't speak for the object tracking because I haven't used it, but the face detection works pretty good, and so does the single and multi autofocus as well. And these are all the exposure control methods, the shutter speed, and the playback modes as well. And this is the flash. So these are all the informations on the flash, which is like the biggest selling point for me with this camera, to get like that Y2K look. So yeah. So I want to get into kind of like the meat and potatoes of the video, which is like what the camera actually looks like, because I wasn't too worried about the specs and all of that. I just want to know what the photos actually look like, and what it looks like for video. So what I want to get into now is sort of like the photo walk, so you guys can see like some sample photos and also some sample videos as well. So we get into that right now. So to wrap up this video, I want to share with you guys my final thoughts on this camera. So is it a delete or is it a keep? In my opinion, it just depends on who you are and what you are wanting to get out of a camera. I want to reiterate that camera functionality is really, really important, and knowing the different functions of cameras is also really important. This is not a camera that you're going to vlog on. This, in my opinion, is not even a camera that you're going to get like action shots on. Like, it doesn't do well when you're trying to shoot like moving subjects. Even in like the video, I feel like the quality gets quite blurry, quite fuzzy, even when you're trying to like kind of shoot more far away as well. But if you're a person who's really into, say, like social media and Instagram, and you want to be able to add more texture to your timeline, this is a camera for you. If you're a person who is just trying to be able to take like cute digitals while you're out, maybe having brunch with the girls and this and that, like, just wants to have a bit of fun with photography, this is the camera for you. And for me, that was the whole point as to why I bought this camera. And so I'm very, 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 very pleased with it. I feel like this serves a purpose. Again, like I said before, it gives me another place to store my photos that is outside of my phone or my laptop. And I really like the vibe and the look of the photos. It just gives it nice texture. And even when I shoot some cutesy little like B-roll footage on my camera, I like the way that it looks too. I feel like it gives a very like vintagey VHS look, and I really, really like that. So you can't really compete and you can't really beat that. For me, it's a keep because I understood the functionality of this camera. With it being a point and shoot, it's super easy to get photos. You don't have to worry about the settings. You don't have to worry about storage and this and that. And so it's perfect for what it is. And I feel like for the price point, this is one of the best quality cameras I've seen for the price point. You're not going to get much better than this without spending more than a couple $100s, let me tell you. And for the size of the camera, it's really, really, really nice. Like, it's smaller than my hand, and I think that that's really, really cool. So for me, it's a keep. And I would suggest, if you're also someone who is looking into a digital camera but can't really justify spending $300, $400, then this is your camera. For sure, without a doubt, this is your camera. And I get the hype. The hype is justified for sure. So again, if you are interested in this camera, take this as your sign to check it out and use it. I mean, it's really, really nice for what you're getting. And I would definitely recommend it to anyone who is looking for a digital camera too. I really, really like it, and I think the photos look great, and I think they speak for themselves. So thank you guys so much for watching my review of this camera. If this has helped you in any way, shape, or form, if you are also someone who is in the market for digital cameras, drop your favorite digital cameras in the comments below, and let me know if this is something that you guys feel is worth the money. What do you guys think ultimately? And without any further ado, that will be the end of today's video. If you like this video, again, comment down below, like, and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps me, and it helps me to be able to make more content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.